Here we go.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, 49ers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Touchdown, 49ers. Mike Gesicki, 67 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Oh, this is blocked. And now Washington has it. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 50. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So after the blocked PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
19 tight, 19 tight. Roll, roll.
On play action, they'll throw. Roll, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Now a play fake. Lance. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. His throw incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off of play action, here's Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
Commanders 14, 49ers 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Lance going back to the air after the pick 6. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
On play action, Lance. That one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Ready, ready, ready.
Lance now to throw. Out to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Niners had 1-11 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bowman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Bowman. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down.
Back in 60. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79 Broncos.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Again, it's Lance. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Lance. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Drop 60, drop 60.
and 10. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, and delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
The Niners come over and touchdown again at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch out there, 50 Fury. Check, Hunt.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Right, 97. Black Ultra.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Bowman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
19. Cup 19. Warrior 70. Back to 60. Back to 60.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Commanders 48, 49ers 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Ready, break.
Throwing again on second down. Lance. And that is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Switch, yellow.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That was big right there, because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Lance now on first down. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Okay, right.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hut. Ready.
The Lance going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ryan. 19.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Trying to lay one up deep, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll return it from the 6. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowman. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on second down. Purdy. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They come up in a 2 tight end look here. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Second down and goal. Purdy. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Ready? Three. Top row 18. Hey, check that. Street. 65 cats. Hey, man, circle.
They'll set up to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Hurt! Back to 60! 79 Broncos!
Back to throw now on first down. This is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete.
First down at the 28-yard line.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Gets this one to use check. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, it's Purdy. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Purdy, big fourth down play. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down now, it's Bowman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Purdy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. But just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Here's Bowman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. On play action, they'll throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Purdy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Purdy bootlegging it. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Purdy looking to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Purdy now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Let's go now. Head the street. Head the street.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take another shot here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So a victory here for the Commanders. But on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the 1st quarter, but then they didn't.